What you not saying, yeah? You good, yeah? Right, I'm back again in it for another film for you, Nat. Another review in that for a film, yeah, film this time, innit? A movie now, innit? Not a TV series, a film, innit? Basically, I was checking this film out, or I was on Netflix, innit? And basically, I thought originally it was a TV series, but I found out that afterwards that it was actually a movie, innit? And it's called Miss Bala. Now, it's a 2019 film which was directed by Catherine Hardwicke. It's starring GINA Rodriguez. She's the star of the show. If you don't know who she is, she's also in another comedy skit called Jane the Virgin. If you haven't checked, you need to check. If you're into comedy, check that out. I think I've seen one episode of that. I'm not really into comedy like that, so I think I've only seen one episode of that. Ishmael, Cruz, Condova. Don't know about this guy, to be honest, but yeah, he's another guy in the movie. Plays a villain, a guy called Lino, who's basically in charge of the Mexican cartel. We've got Anthony Markey, or Anthony Mackie. You guys might know him, familiar, obviously, Avengers, Winter Soldier. I always pronounce this word wrong. Soldier. So I always say shoulders and soldier. Yeah, soldier. Winter Soldier. You already know what I mean. Captain America, innit? The Falcon. You know what I mean? You can also check him out on that. You know what I mean? He's also in another Netflix show, Outside the Wire, as well. If you want to check him out as well, he's more current work. And we've also got another one. This is the last one. I need to get his name. I've had his name on here, and I've got Damien something in it. Damien Alcazar, yeah. For those who don't know him, I don't really know him much, but I know him from Narcos. If you want to check out his work, he's also Narcos Colombia. He plays what was his character? Oh my god, let me get his character's name in Narcos before, just for people who want to just know a little bit more about that. Oh, didn't even put it up here. Blood clot. Oh, come on, man. Okay, it's gonna be a long thing in it to look for it, because I don't want to be sitting here looking like, oh, I'm looking for it. But yeah, basically, yeah, he's in Narcos, isn't it? Narcos, Colombia. Plays one of the cartel leaders. He plays. This is the second part. What was it? I can't remember the gang. There was Pablo Escobar story, and then there was another story again about two brothers. I forgot what they called again. Yes, there were two brothers. Yeah, basically, when you watch Narcos, you understand. I can't find it on here, it's annoying me. But yeah, check Narcos out, by the way. That's lit anyway. But yeah, he's also in that, innit? So he's basically in that in Narcos, and he's in this movie, sorry. So yeah, so basically the story is basically about like some girl, basically, like she went to go and visit a friend, in it. So she's originally from the States, in it, and she went to Mexico to go and visit a friend in that. And basically, like, she gets they go to some party, in it, and then afterwards, like, basically the guy, like I said, the Damien Alcazar, he plays a guy called Chief Sucedo. So basically, he's like a corrupt guy, in it. Basically, he's a corrupt, like, he's basically the chief of the police, but he's corrupt, obviously. And obviously, I don't know what happened. Like, it didn't really explain as much in terms of the complication between the cartel and the police force. So basically, I know there was a corruption there, but he probably he manipulated someone in one of the leaders in the cartel. So basically, what happens is, like, there's a scene where she's the girl, GINA, basically, she plays, what her character name is, her character in the scene is, she plays Gloria Fuentes. Yeah, she plays a girl called Gloria, and she basically goes into she goes into the toilet, and then basically she's in the toilet, and all of a sudden, like, there's like I don't know, the top and the attic just opens up, you know, the rooftop where the fan is, it just opens, in it, and then there's guys that's coming from the roof, in it, and they basically crept into the toilet, in it. They basically sneaked in, and she's just quiet, in it, because she knows already these guys are shifty, in it, and obviously, like, they had guns and that, and then obviously, like, she didn't lock the door in the toilet, in it, and obviously she was like shook, in it, and then after, like, the guys opened the door, and it grabbed her out and that, and they were about to kill her and that, and I was just like, whoa, wait, what's going on, blood? Like, we don't even know who you are. What's going on, blood? It just went in like that, bruv. And then they were like, asking the question, said, oh, yo, if you want to live, don't say nothing. You know what I mean? Don't even like, just act like as if you didn't even see this. You know what I mean? Don't even act like you like, just basically this never happened. Basically, he said he let her go, and basically she walked out. All of a sudden, my man just walks out, starts shooting at the place. Bruv, it was a whole shootout. I think there was a bombing. Was it a bombing or was it just a shootout? Yeah, so it was like a shootout. Bear man's got shot. And all of a sudden she was trying to rescue her friend in it, but then she had to escape in it because it was getting too violent. And then boom, 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 like just a couple of hours later, the ambulance and police are there, and she's trying to go and find her friend, and then her friend's disappeared. And then now she's looking for a friend, and she can't find her friend. It's been like a day or 2 days already, and she hasn't found her friend. And basically, like when she came to Mexico, her friend had like a son or I don't know if it was her son or her brother, or yeah, a little brother in it. And basically she was looking out for him in it. And obviously when they went out to the party, he was calling in it to find out what's going on with his sister. And is his sister okay? And she was like, oh no, he's fine. Obviously, you know that, you have to lie to him that. And the next minute, let me just try and remember this, what happened. Let me just backtrack what happened there, because all I remember, yeah, like it was just crazy. Yeah, she goes to the police and they're asking police, yeah, about, oh, where's this her friend? Has she seen her friend? Her friend's name, by the way, let me get her friend's name, buff, so it doesn't look like as if I'm just like she's just some irrelevant person. Her friend's name is Suzu. Yeah, Suzu. Her friend's name is Suzu. She's looking for her friend and that, and then basically she gets into his car with the police and that. He's driving her to this next place, isn't it? I didn't even see this one coming, in it. And all of a sudden, he goes out for a break, and all of a sudden you just see the mafia, well, not mafia, the cartel gang just come out, and then it was a corrupt cop. I can't even pronounce it there. I can't talk today, innit, bruv. He comes out, goes into the car, then they drive her away, innit, and then they basically kidnap her, basically. And then like, she's just confused, like what's going on, innit, and like she gets kidnapped. She's basically like trying to find out what the heck's going on, and basically they're just basically like, what's the word? They're basically just like grooming her, innit? They're just grooming her like into this thing, innit? They're grooming her into this lifestyle, innit? Like, and they're basically making her do things, innit? Like, all I remember, I can't remember everything, but because it was quite, I think it was like 2 or 3 days ago I watched this, innit? But I remember there was one scene where she was just in the car, like, and they're telling her, oh, drive quick, and there was cars like literally coming towards her left side, and then boom, she just had to drive past it, and then they're like, yo, keep going. It was just mad, fam. Like, the guy blew up a police, or like they blew up some house on that. And then she was like, what the heck is going on, bruv? They just got her into this lifestyle that she has no idea about. She's just there sitting there thinking to herself, like, what is going on? I'm just trying to look for my friend. Like, why are you guys capturing me? What's going on? Like, it was just baff. Even myself, when I came out here, I was just confused as well. Like, when I watched the whole thing, I was just like, what is actually going on, bruv? Like, I'm baff, fam, because at the end of the day, yeah, like, we don't know. First of all, I don't even know. Like, all we know is that this girl, Gloria and Suzy, they're friends. When she went to Mexico, they introduced us that they were friends. So we knew that they were friends. But what I didn't understand was when they captured her, why they captured her. First of all, and like at the end of the day, it didn't make sense because they didn't really reveal to us like the relationship between what was going on. Because like she got captured, we didn't even know where she was at, what was going on, blood. All we knew was that she captured her. And she was asking them bare questions, asking them, listen, what's going on? Where's this girl? Like, where's this guy? And they were lying, saying, no, listen, we'll help you find her. We don't know where she's at. We'll help you find her. And boom, said, why have you captured me? Basically, like, they were just using her in it to get for her to do his dirty work in it. I don't really know why they needed her, to be honest with you, but that was basically what happened in it. So there was mad scenes in it, mad scenes. Like, there was one scene where, like, he was in the room in it, and basically, like, he was gonna kill the boy in it because obviously she went back to visit the boy, the son in the brother of the girl in it, because he's like a kid in it, and basically he must have come in, and he was like, oh, is this your son? And she was like, no, it's just, you know what I mean? I think it's a relative and that. And she was telling him like, don't hurt him, whatever and that. So then he was like, okay. And then they went to the room and that, and he was like, okay, listen, like, if you don't want anything to happen in it, then you got to do something for me in it. She said, no, he didn't even say that. She said, oh, listen, don't hurt him. I'll do anything for you. I'll do anything you want, as long as you don't hurt him in it. So he was like, okay, cool. Like, there is one thing that I do want in it. And you know already what I'm going in it, because he already had his t-shirt off and everything, and he was in the bed and that. And you know what was mad, yeah? That scene, yeah, before he even done anything, he laid in the bed, and he was just like, he had no top on and that, and she was just sitting there in it, and he was like, take my shoes off in it, I'm tired in it. I was like, wow, like, and then she just looked at him like, and he's like, yeah, take my shoes off still. And then she obviously takes his shoes off slowly, innit? And he's like, oh, like, and she was telling him, oh, don't hurt him and that, and then boom, boom, I'll do anything and that. And he was like, all right, cool, like, there is one thing you can do for me, innit? Obviously, like, take your top off, I mean, take your clothes off, innit? And she's like, what? And he's like, yeah, take your clothes off, like, and then she was like, and then then obviously she took her clothes, I mean, but she didn't take all off, innit? Like, but she took most of it off, in that, innit? But yeah, bruv, it was mad, like, he probably violated, like, the way he just violated her, like, I'm just like, yo, this is mad still. But obviously, like, you know, it is a cartel, and obviously she can't really do much, you know, because she doesn't even think they're gonna kill her and that. So basically, that's what happened, innit? And then the mad thing was that there was one part where there was a shootout, innit? I'm going quite quick because obviously it's a film, innit? So I'm not gonna go from the top. I'm only gonna talk to you about the key parts that I remember, innit? There was one part as well. There was like in a shootout, innit? In the middle. It looked like they were in the middle of nowhere, basically. And then basically, like, what happened was, it was mad. Before that scene even happened, yeah, she was trying to escape, innit? Basically, the cartel, innit? And then the guy takes her to the toilet. She sees a window, she jumps out in it, and then basically she's trying to escape, and then she sees the feds in it. She sees a white American guy in it, so she went to ask him for help in it. And then the next minute, they're thinking that she's corrupted. They're thinking that she basically works with them in it. She's basically like you know, what do they call it? Yeah, she's working with them in it, like undercover and that. She's like, no, I don't know these people, they kidnapped me, I don't know, they're telling me to do their work, I don't work on that. And then basically they figure that she's part of the whole thing in it, and basically that they set her up and they say, listen, you're gonna have to go under disguise, undercover for us in it, and find out what going about this whole cartel and that. So basically she's working for the cartel and also working for the feds in it. And then later on finds out the feds are corrupt as well, because there was once, like I said, going back to the shootout scene, like all shooting and all that, and then she's basically calling them, listen, get your people to come and rescue me, because like she tried to escape the cartel again. This is the second time she tried to escape, and then basically the second time she tried to escape, the guy was like, oh, there's nothing we can do, there's no one out there. She's calling him saying, listen, there's no one out here, there's no car out here, get someone to help me out. And they're like, oh, I'm sorry, you're on your own. And that's when she knew to herself that, no, fuck them, innit, I've done all this work for them and this could do me dirty. So then obviously she went to go and help the cartel guy, innit. And the cartel guy, the guy Lino, he got the head of the cartel, he got shot in the leg, innit. So she could have just left him in it, but she went back to go and rescue him in that. And then basically once she done that, I don't know, like, she probably got herself a bit more points in that, innit? Obviously a bit more respect in that. And then obviously there was a scene where they're in the house and that, and then like it's sad because like there's this girl that was also in that house in it, and basically they give them this tattoo in their hand to symbolize that they become basically their servants in it. They're basically their slave in that. They have to do exactly what they say in that. So basically, I think they groom girls in it. I think that's what it's all about. I think it's all about like they groom girls, and that's what the whole thing was. Because like when you watch it, it doesn't really make a lot of sense what goes on, like why they took her, because it was just so random. Like she had no involvement at all with the whole thing. She just went there literally to go and see her friend. Her friend took her to some party. The place gets shot up. Next minute, her friend goes missing. Next minute, she's looking for her friend. And next minute, she gets kidnapped. And then boom, she's asking a question about what's going on, blah, 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 blah. Why did you shut up the whole place? Where's my friend? They're like, oh, no, we don't know where your friend is. We'll help you find your friend. And it's like rather than them doing that, they're just grooming her to making her do their dirty work in it. And so it's like, it's mad. So the next minute, yeah, she's fine. And then she goes to try to get to the DEA. The DEA are not helping her. They figure that she's part of the whole organization. It's mad. So basically, like, yeah, she's basically trying to like save her life and that, innit? Basically, she's trying to like find out what's going on and boom, boom, boom. And then like that friend, like I said, that friend, basically she helps her out and that, and like, she does the cooking and that. And if, like she went to go and like change like some, I don't know, she went to go and change the phones and the SIMs and that, basically to find that, like, because obviously they found out that there was a snitch in the whole thing in it. And then basically like yeah, literally, like I don't know what happened in it. Like they were doing like he woke up one day and like they went to go and do some shooting in it. Basically, he was showing how to shoot in it and that to protect herself. And then basically, when she gets back, he gets a okay, there was two scenes that happened. He shows her how to shoot, and there's another scene where basically they went out together to go and eat, and then basically the guy calls him, says, oh, literally we found a snitch in it. So they go back and they find the snitch was the girl in it, and the girl was like, oh, no, basically not Gloria, but the other girl that she was talking to, the one who had a tattoo in her hand, basically the slave girl. And then basically like it was just bare sad, fam. It's like they had bare man just right behind her with guns and that, and I was like, yo, you gonna let all of you just to shoot one girl, fam? And the guy was like, no, I'll do it. And she's like, no, don't do it. And they took her away. And the man guy popped her in the head, fam. Blew it, yeah, he shot her in the head, fam, straight. and she was just crying, fam. She's like, couldn't believe it. She's like, what the heck's going on here? And then she started to get shook and think to herself like, listen, you guys are using me, you could just kill me at any moment. Boom, 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 boom. And then he's like, and then like she's just getting confused, like, what's this all about? What is this, boom? Why have you got me here? I don't want to be part of this. I don't know this and da. And then like he tried to get her ready. He said, like, listen, this is the clothes that I want you to wear. Like, I want you to wear this for a pageant, innit? For a beauty pageant. He's like, I don't want to do no beauty pageant. Like, I don't want to be involved in no beauty pageant. I just want to find my friend. And they're like, yo, like, well, you know what I mean? They just was like, oh, listen, like, we don't know where your friend is. We're going to try and find your friend. He's like, I don't know what's going on. And then basically, like, he sets her up and it says to her, listen, that you have to do something for us. And it basically work undercover in the booth. Because she, like, before I got in too quick, and I forgot to, like, state who she is in it. So when we first start the scene in the movie, we see that she's a makeup artist. Like, she's a makeup artist basically, and basically she does like people's makeup. So basically she really knows about pageants. That's her industry. Do you get me? So she basically entered her into some pageant called a Miss Bahane, and she basically wins it, innit? And then it was all like a setup, innit? Because they paid for the whole thing. The cartel basically, they paid for the whole thing, so that's why it was under their control. So they basically set up the whole team because they're trying to kill the guy, the main guy, Chief Salcido, because basically he's basically in charge of the law enforcement, but he also likes women, like beauty and all that. So basically that's what they're trying to set up in it. But then obviously, like, in the end, she you know what I mean, right towards the end, she betrays the Lino guy, and she tells the Salcido guy, listen, be careful, they're coming to kill you, innit? And then boom, they come in and start shooting and all that. She gets underneath the bed, boom, 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 what happened? I don't know what happens. And all of a sudden they try to escape. The guy, Salcido guy, the Lino guy finds the Salcido guy, he kills him, shoots him in the head, and then boom, 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 like, she finds her friend Suzu, and then basically she takes her out the house, boom, 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 boom. She sees Lino sees her with a friend, and she tells her friend that you knew all this time, you know what I mean? You're the one who set her up, you're the one, because like, in the scene, in the party scene, Susan shows Gloria the tattoo on her hand. She's like, oh shit, she's clocked that tattoo means you're a slave, innit? So that means that tattoo was actually given by Lino. Lino's crew gives that tattoo, innit? So she clocked that, yo, you knew all this time where she was. You were basically in control of her. You were lying to me so I could do your dirty work, innit? So basically, like, then he tries to pretend that, listen, it wasn't supposed to be like that, boom, boom, boom. So then she has a gun in her hand, she shoots him, and then basically, yeah, she shoots him, and then like he gets shot in the shoulder, and then he comes back again, and she shoots him in the stomach, innit? And then he just lays there on the floor, fam. And then bruv, like, that's the main guy's dead, Chief Salcido, and then basically he's dead now, innit? So it's a bit mad still, like it's mad, fam. Yeah, so that's why I feel I clocked in it, like it's mad. Sorry, there was a car reversing. I was just paying attention to what he's doing, innit? So yeah, and then after that, towards the end, obviously, like, Anthony Mackie's team, innit? Because obviously he was undercover as well, because there was a scene where she goes into some warehouse and he's there counting the money, innit? I didn't understand that because I was thinking, well, okay. And later on, I find that he was undercover, innit? Because you see him in the police station, be like, oh, you know, you got some skills here, you know, you could be useful for us, innit, to help us out and all that. And then obviously I think she ends up working for them, but she said that in order for me to work for you guys, you got to keep my family safe. So she sends the girl back to her family, goes off and that, and then basically they go off, innit? I think she's going to go and do the work, innit? That's it all in a nutshell, innit, bruv? Fuck, it's fucking cold out here, bruv, seriously. Yeah, that's all of it in a nutshell still. But you know what I mean, like, bruv, all I gotta say is actually mad, fam. I don't know if you guys can see me still, but I'm gonna use the light here, innit? Because obviously, like, I don't know if you guys can see me still. 1 minute. I just clocked, it's getting dark still, yeah. So yeah, the lights are on now. So yeah, so basically, like, it's a bit mad, like when I watched the film, I was thinking, yo, like, there was a lot going on still, like, and a lot of things were going on, but nothing was really making any sense still. But like, overall, like, if the film, I don't know, man, like, it was good. Like, it was good in the sense where, like, you know, the action and that, but the story overall, like, it didn't make any sense. But for some strange reason, I really enjoyed it. Like, I think that's why I liked it, because it didn't really make sense, but there was so much action, because it made me want to find out. I was watching it and find out what's going on. So it was quite smart of them, innit? So for me, overall, it gets a C for me. I was gonna I was thinking at the beginning, I was thinking D, but I think to myself, nah, I'll really give it a C still. Why? Because, like I said, in the beginning, like, I didn't understand it, but that's what made me more interested to find out what's going on, because had it made proper sense and went the way it went, I wouldn't have been as interested than the fact that I didn't understand it, because that made me want to ask more questions, and because it made me ask questions, it made me want to find out what's going on. Because like it was weird, because it's like, just can imagine, like, she's just with her friend, boom, and she gets kidnapped. Like there was, like, it just didn't make any sense. I was like finding what's going on. That was what was going in my mind. So that's what I was playing with, like, when I was watching it, like, what's going on. So I wanted to find out what's gonna happen, innit? So that's the reason why I kept watching. I was like, yeah, let me watch it, let me find out what's going on still. And then basically in the end, yeah, it had a good ending, of course, but like, it was like, that's what kept me really interested into it in the first place, because the fact that I didn't know what was going on, it wasn't giving me what I wanted, innit? So I wanted to know what was going on still. So that's why I was like, I watched it and shit. Like, I wanted to find out a bit more and that. So like, it was calm though still. That's what I give it overall, and it was a good film, innit? Like, literally, it's based in Tijuana. Like, is that how they pronounce it, Tijuana? Mexico. I realize a lot of the movies, when you see a lot of the Mexican cartels in Netflix or just in TV series or dramas, it's always based in Tijuana. Because I've watched it, reminded me of Queen of South. Guys, check that out. That's also on Netflix as well. Fucking brilliant. I think the next season, like, I don't know what season they're on now, but there's gonna be another season. But that is so good. It reminded me of that Queen of South. It also reminded me of also Narcos. Yeah, it reminded me of that, because I realized a lot of the when they talk about the Mexican cartel, it's always based in Tijuana. You know what I mean? I don't really know the history about that, but because I'm just into, like, I'm very into, because like I said, I'm into crime drama, so I'm very into, like, my favorite at the moment is the Italian mobs and the Mexican cartels. Those are the two areas that I really enjoy, like when I watch movies that come out of there, and just knowing about what happens and the stories of what, you know, of the history of those what do you call it, are they gangs? Yeah, the gangs, yeah, like the history of where they come from and like what they're about. I'm so interested in it. I love, those are the two main ones that I love the Italian mobs and the Mexican cartels. I'm so interested in the stories of how it was orchestrated, how it was made, like the mindset, the morals, the code. I love it, like, especially I love watching it in the movies. It's always so good. Like, it gives you an adrenaline rush, because it's like, yo, like, it's just so different. Like, the way they live, the way they see things is so different. So it's like, it's interesting still. Like, I love it, bruv. Like, it's so lit, bruv. Like, those are my two favorites. Like, every time I watch movies, it's always to do those, you know what I mean? And it's always more interesting when it's women that get involved in it. It's so interesting. That's the one I really enjoyed, Queen of South, and obviously I like this movie and Miss Bala as well. So yeah, man, that's overall what I'll give it. That's the overall grade I'll give it. C in it. So I'm gonna also try and do Queen of South as well, and give you a review about that as well still. But that's until later, because obviously I got loads piling up in it, loads of movies coming out, so it's piling up still. But I just had to just give my little intro, or not intro, my little review on Miss Bala, because it's a little movie I watched and it was quite interesting as well. I really enjoyed the show still, and surprisingly had some big names in it as well, like, you know, Anthony Markey, for example. Like, I wasn't expecting that, but yeah, man, overall it was alright still. But guys, thank you for listening in it. If you got this far, yeah, thank you very much in that. And obviously, like, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And listen, people, I know you guys watch movies. That's why you watch my reviews, because you like movies. You like to get the updates of what I think about movies and what you like. You know what I mean? Just genuinely want to know about movies in general, or you just like me in general. Do you get me? I know. Listen, I know a man's a fly guy with the glasses, in it. Like, I know that already. But like, you know what I mean? Like, now I'm just playing in it. But obviously, like, I know, like, a lot of you guys like to watch my stuff, in it, like, watch what I'm talking about, boom, 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 and know what's going on, and what movies I got next coming up and that. And obviously I'm doing that, in it, and obviously it would be nice, you know, if you guys just put a little comment at the bottom there, review this film, review that film, and that, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, just let me know, innit, what movie you want me to comment on next, because I know there's a long list, in it, and obviously I'm thinking about other stuff as well, you know what I mean? There's a long list of things that's coming out and that, so don't worry, it's coming, innit? It's coming. But guys, make sure, you know what I mean, let me just tell you one thing, innit? Make sure you enjoy the snow, yeah, because bruv, out here, yeah, we don't, what, it doesn't snow regularly, innit? So right now it's snowing and that, and obviously it's mad cold, but at the same time it's a nice atmosphere still, you get me? I know with this whole quarantine, but it's just nice to see a bit of snow for once, see something different, you get me? So you know what I mean, bruv? So at the same time as well, like, guys, take it easy, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I don't want to go in with the whole, the guys do this because I know you're already doing it, innit? And you better be doing it, because I don't want to be hearing nothing about, oh, you're doing, you know, you're going the other way around and you're going to a negative. I don't want to be hearing none of that nonsense, bruv. You already know what I stand for, and you already know what I'm going to tell you about. Everything positive out here, you get me? I want you guys to be doing positive things, nothing negative, you get me? But all that negative thing is got, all that negative nonsense, bruv, you're going that way, like my boy says, like my boy A-Star says, going that way, you get me? You're going that way still. But yo, all the positive here, blood, is all here. I'm all for it, I'm listening. If you want to put the negative thing, bruv, you going that way still, and far away, fam. Far away, where we can't see you, where you're boxed, you're put into a little, what's it called, one of them little present boxes, bruv. Put in a, you know what I mean, you're sealed in a box, covered up with wrapping paper and shipped somewhere else, blood. That's where you're going, blood. We don't want to hear you shipped to another planet, cuz. We don't want to hear none of that nonsense, bruv. But yeah, man, all the positiveness, we want you here, blood, you get me? I'm waffling bonnet because I have so much love, you get me? So, bruv, keep making sure, keep being positive in that, make sure you're happy in that, keep being strong in that, keep in there. And bruv, people, motherfucking enjoy the sun, bro. What am I saying, sun? Enjoy the snow, blood. Enjoy it, shit, man. It's nice out here, man. Enjoy it, blood. You get me? Until next time, people.